I've had a deep plane facelift and neck lift. So I arrived on the day of consult and went into my procedure the following day. 2 days in hospital, which was fantastic. Santi was at the airport from PCS to meet me, which was fantastic. So I took away all the stress to get straight to the hospital and meet everybody. So I'm 65 and I'm going to say the last 5 years I've been hiding behind people, putting my hand up to my chin, deleting photos for social media because I can't stand my chin, and it was just getting more and more like a turkey neck. So goal was to get rid of the chin, to leave my chin in Bali, and that's what I've done. So I'm really, really happy with my chin. Dr Indra, he was fantastic. Met him pre the surgery. Then he was in for day 1 for the reveal when we took the bandages off. That was just next level. This was my very first surgery in my life. So I've never had surgery. I was nervous, I won't lie, I was nervous, but everybody was just so calm, so helpful. You know, even just picking up my bags and filling in forms, you know, Santi would literally say, no, that's it, that's all you need to do. So she's there holding my hand all the way up, stayed in the room with me. Actually, it was Asmira, on the day of surgery. So right through to the doors going into the theatre, and so she was with me for all of that. The staff, next level. I thought I was in a resort, not a hospital. I mean, not that I've got a lot of experiences or comparisons, but everybody was fantastic. Be able to select what I wanted for breakfast, lunch and dinner. Netflix in the room, yes. It was all amazing. Very happy with my results. I know things will change slightly over the next, couple of months as it all settles back in, but to feel no neck is next level amazing. We all heal differently and you can't compare. That's one thing that I've really learned on this journey, is that it's so different for everybody. It ranges. But thankfully my goal again was to look after the wound. They've all healed beautifully. Up and down, in your recovery naturally, but everything is healed well and the outcome's great. And I'm flying home today. Woo! And we're on day 16. PCS for me has been, I could not have done this without PCS. I came here as a solo traveller and doing this all on my own. Without PCS, look, I couldn't even write a thank you post on the Flib page without tearing up for how grateful, thankful. Every message is answered immediately. You guys seem to work 24/7 around the clock. You're on call for me and for all of us is just phenomenal. Together with the Flib page, the Facelift in Bali page, where I trawled through that for months and months and months. And also between PCS and the Flib page, they work so beautifully together. And through both, I've met new friends. I reached out to women who had already been through their procedure to ask questions. I reached out to women before I arrived to see who was going to be here at the same time, and they've become friends. So it's been very positive in that way. Just my confidence. I mean, even just looking in the mirror this morning, putting on some makeup, which I've hardly done since I've been here, and just can't believe it. And while it's easy to sort of focus on the journey and the recovery and the wounds, as you get to day 16 or in that period, you start to actually look at yourself in the mirror and go, wow, I'm quietly thrilled. So that, you know, I can't say any more than that. It is just really happy with the outcome. Look, I'm a bit of an overthinker and an overprocessor. I was obsessed with information gathering from every direction, but when I got on the plane to come over here on my own, I felt that I was well armed with all the information PCS had provided me with, the FLIB page. I had reached out to people who'd already had their surgery and reached out to women who were going to be there at the same time as me to make friendships. I got on the plane and I said to myself, you have done all you can, and trust yourself, trust PCS, trust the surgeon, trust the hospital. Everything will be okay. So I came in with that level of confidence. I also had the confidence that after 1 week I'd be bouncing around and sightseeing like a mad thing. No, that wasn't me. And I had to talk to myself, certainly through the whole thing, or certainly the first 8 days, to surrender to recovery, because that is often hard for a lot of us women running around. We're amazing, we're having a full life at home, but we have to stop and just look after ourselves and don't feel bad. So that's a tip, surrendering to recovery. And yeah, don't try and do too much over here. You know, like I'm not great with the heat. So the minute I stepped out, it was like, oh, and I was immediately drained from that. I was drinking heaps of water, but it just zapped my energies. Pacing myself has been the big message for me. Yes, so reach out to PCS. They have been amazing, and the whole care package that I had, I couldn't have done it without them. The FLIB page is amazing. Reaching out to other people, asking questions, trying to arrive as fit as possible. Yeah. What you're about to do is major surgery. Yes. It's big. I've saved up for this. This isn't something that I've just drawn from my excess account. So it all adds up, and you've got to give it your best shot. So be fit, be healthy before you arrive, and nurture yourself during the process. Probably the fact that at 65 I thought it was all too late and I should have done it way before now. But no, I think it's actually spot on, because now I'm going to be great for the next, 15, 20 years. That's it. But obviously it depends on your health, your mental health, your physical health, your lifestyle choices, and all different at 65. But yeah, I'm no regret with doing it at 65, and great to know that that's still a good age.